Good morning, beautiful you. Hope you're doing well today. It's the weekend and happy weekend to you. And as always, you need to make time to rest, reset, and breathe because it's important. That's what the weekends are for. So repeat after me: rest, reset, and breathe. It's important you do that. Welcome to the morning show. I am Wendy and I have Emmanuel Lamunka here with me. Emmanuel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And if Lagos, thank you so much for joining us today, Saturday. Once again, it's another Saturday.
Yes.
Another day for you to rest, like Wendy said.
Reset and breathe is important.
Yes, while you are resetting, we'll try as much as possible to be resetting here in the studio. And make you laugh as much as possible.
Yes.
But of course, we start off with Relationship 360 every Saturday here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, where we look into all of the issues relating to marriages, relationships, and of course, we have Barrister Olumide right here with us in the studio. You just missed him. If you still want to get a piece of the action, you need to rush to our YouTube channel,
yes,
Nigeria Info FM, to see Barrister Olumide and all of the things he's doing behind the scenes right here.
All the ginger, the energy he's giving us. Yes.
Right here in the studio. Afterwards, by 9 a.m., we have the Discuss with Jimmy Disu, and he'll bring you all of this conversation, be it political, be it cultural, every of the stuff. You can't stop having that conversation when it's Jimmy Disu on the mic.
And we take you on a journey. Yes. You can be in Lagos, Nigeria, and be in Morocco at the same time, and be in Trinidad at the same time, or be in Spain on Travel and Culture with Emmanuel himself. Yeah. And you can actually join us on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, like he rightly said. And after that, we have the portal. And even if it's just for 30 minutes, we give you awesome music. Today it might be my playlist, Wendy's playlist. Today it might be Emmanuel's playlist, but you have to tune in.
Exactly. You just have to watch it for it.
You are in for a ride. You're in the right place at the right time right now, honestly. On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one news, talk, and sports station.
Of course, right now it's time for the Relationship 360. So grab the chair, listen closely to your radio, because, of course, the next voice you're hearing will be that of Barrister Olumide.
Barrister, how are you doing today? Good morning.
Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Emmanuel. Awesome to see you guys. Such positive energy here today. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again for Relationship 360. So, like I promised last week, we will continue with questions and answers today, because there were so many people that actually wanted to say something, and we will just let today be about you. But before I go on, I want to steal 10 minutes of our time. Now, the International Day of the Boy Child was the 16th of May. That was about a week ago. And the day started, that celebration, which was the International Day of the Boy Child, started since 2018 and was founded by Dr. Jerome Tolukson, a lecturer at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, it focuses on the boys, and I can't stress enough about the challenges the boy child faces, which are mainly related to neglect by the fathers. The biggest problem I see for the boy child is where the father is often absent from the home. The father is an alcoholic or a reprobate. The boys lack role models and parental guidance. The problem has always been the absence of the father. In the UNICEF report, as far back as 2015, the challenges of the boy child in Nigeria has always been negative parental attitude, lack of guidance and counseling, poverty, weak family institutions. and drug abuse. When you see this, it is always, in summary, all what I have just said is neglect, because fathers are always absent. Do you know that in the abuse of the girl child as well, girl sexual abuse, boy sexual abuse, the main factor that differentiates a boy or a girl child that will be a victim and that child that would escape being sexually abused as children is the presence of a father. Do you understand what that means? That means the presence of a father is security,
yes,
for the child. Now, there's a difference between husband and father. You know, people marry husbands, but really, they don't have fathers in the house. Why? Because other things. You know, a father trains a child. A husband donates sperm. So there's a difference between a sperm donor and a father who is responsible. You want the children to succeed, but who is there to teach them about success? You want them to be decent, who is there to teach them about decency and etiquette? You want them to be strong, but who is there to teach them that the strength is not to be fighting people on the street, beating up women, but the strength is actually a defense for your home. You are strong enough to protect your loved ones. You are strong enough to protect the country, because it starts from the home. There is no country without the singular unit of a family. There is no state. There is no tribe. But you just leave the boys, and then the issue here again is selective training. You train the girl child, and then you leave the boy child. The girl child must be home by 6 p.m. The boy child can come home tomorrow. Nobody, you know. And you say, but this one went out. Nobody is. That's how you leave them. Why would you also not give your boy child restrictions? The girl child, no, you must go and learn how to cook. The boy child is watching TV. He must be in the kitchen as well. You say, okay, let him sweep the parlor. The girl go to the kitchen. Next week, let the boy go to the kitchen and let the girl sweep. All of them must be well-rounded. It is not my own house. Weekends, the boys, as I am today, when I finish here, I have RMDVA training 12 to 3. You will still meet me in the market today, because weekends is the men's day. Men will cook in my house. All the boys will go to the market, buy tomato, blend it, buy meat, cook it. The women will sit down and the boys will serve. Our first child is 28 years old. He will serve. It is when he goes to his own house that he can sit down and be watching TV. Weekends, he must serve. He will cook and he will serve. All the boys will be in the kitchen. Can you have useless boys? Boys that are at home and cannot function but watch TV and play games. And these are the boys that will be husbands. Then you will tell the girl child when she misbehaves, is this how you are going to do in your husband's house? You tell the boy child, is this how you are going to do in the wife's when you marry a wife? You don't train them. Where is the fathers? And this neglect. Both, do you know that child sexual abuse is now more than domestic violence and abuse and gender-based violence combined in Nigeria? That is the fact that 1 in every 3 girls will be sexually abused before the age of 18, and 1 in every 4 boys will be sexually abused before the age of 12. So who is more at risk? We are talking about the girl child. The boy child is much more at risk. Do you know that in school, by almost every metric, the boys of all ages are doing worse than girls, because they are diagnosed with learning disabilities at higher rates. Their grades and test scores are lower, and they are more likely, it was about 30-something% less likely to graduate. Why? Because before they will now start, you see, it is in the secondary schools that the boy discover their masculinity. Their voices start growing deeper. They start growing hair all over. They start noticing themselves. They start noticing girls. And then this distraction begins. A boy that has been passing, carrying all the, I told my son, when you were in primary school, you were carrying all the awards. You got to secondary school, you are not even being mentioned. You are not even being mentioned. This boy took every award, but he got to secondary school, he's not being mentioned. Any award, he's now very, walks, trying. I say, Oga, now I'm noticing. But a lot of people don't notice that you say, oh, maybe competition has increased. No, his brain that he used to carry the award is still the same brain that he has today. He must not be a statistic. So you must make sure that he's not distracted by peer pressure. That is number one factor. Try to be socially acceptable, live up to the image of the school. The boys in the school, this is how boys dress. You see them, they talking, then they pull it out that it covers the belt. I say you talking properly. You comb your hair. When you're coming from school, they talk out and stuff. If I catch you talking out, you talk out when you get to the street. When you get to the front of the house and you enter the house, that's when you talk out your shirt. You fly your collar, because why? It is cool. You start noticing these things and you don't immediately correct the child. You see some boys dropping out of school, being at the junction, being area boys. Their parents come to collect money from what they make, stopping Okadas, and I can't even imagine. My father would literally bury me there, kill. Past parties, that's somebody, you are already dead and they are burying, you are doing your burial procession. Doing what? I see my father's car. You check yourself immediately. You look at yourself, you are properly dressed, and you sit down there, you can confidently say, welcome, sir. He will say, how are you? Because there has to be discipline. Listen, the strength of any country is the men and the boys in that country. In the olden times, when they want to raid, when countries they send spies, not to spy out whether the land is fertile. They send spies to check the number of men and boys in that country. That is the strength of the country. Not even now. Why is Nigeria the most dangerous country in Africa? Because we have the highest population of people. It's about population. And then you have boys that are, where are these fathers? I keep telling people, you start running after money. You start running after appointments, thinking you are defined by how much you make. No, that is not your definition, because eventually you will be sacked or you will retire. What lives on is your name, your legacy, your children. Your children live on after you. That is your legacy. That is your legacy. In the olden times, when I was younger, there was a notorious thief called Anini. Anini used to ply that Lagos-Ibadan Benin Expressway. Have you noticed? With his Monday Osumbo, Abi was the name, his gang. They terrorized, they pied policemen, they pied civilians. The fear of Anini was the beginning of wisdom. Have you noticed that there is nobody bearing Anini now?
True.
You can't find anybody bearing that name.
True.
His success, why? Because how you want to find work in my organization and you come, you say your name is Joseph Anini. I'll say, what? Joseph Anini. I would not even ask, okay, thank you. In fact, I'll say, you know what? Just send us in. There's no need for you to come for the, we will reply you by mail. You just hear that name. And the real Anini is that. Why is that name no longer popular? People changed their names because they don't want to be mentioned with that name, knowing that name, what it has done, and that is what you know about legacy. Your son is strung up on drugs. You did not notice when he started. Your daughter has been defiled. Your daughter is sexual. You don't even know. Do you know that there was a case of sexual abuse. The girl is 13. It was the neighbors that noticed that the girl was pregnant. The mother and the father that were in the house did not notice that the girl was pregnant. Why? You are gone every day, gone every morning, gone every... I'd rather train my children than be very rich. Because the riches now, what would they use it on? They will use my money to buy drugs. They will use my money to throw orgies. They would go and buy expensive cars and crash it. They will crash it and then we bury them. Why? Because my priority was money. That is what money brings. But when you raise your children, that's why I want those that are after money, those that are bent on religion. Sunday, what do you call it? Workers meeting, Bible study, first service, second service, third service. Then in the evening, home fellowship again.
House fellowship.
Monday, digging deep. Tuesday, communion service. Wednesday, midweek service. Thursday, prayer meeting. Friday, workers vigil. Saturday, choir practice. Workers kinikon, all these sanctuary cleaners. Sunday, what time do you have for your child? This same God that you are serving. Jesus said, he that has seen me has seen the Father. Seated at the right hand of God is Jesus. Where is the God you are serving? With his own son. You are leaving your own son to go and serve a God that is with his own son. What are we talking about? And then we have a reprobate generation. I fear for the next generation. Look at the exposure. Without guardians, what do they see? They see money. You don't teach them how to work for money. They just go and start doing money rituals. Do you know that in the past 5 months, the people that have been caught, 92%. I was trying to do the metrics with one of the officers of the anti-raiding and all this anti-cultism. He said 92% of the boys that have been caught for rituals, have been caught for armed robbery, are under 24 years old. 24 years old, under 24 years old. Those are the children that are not yet grown men. Why? Because all you show them is money. You don't show them how to. You know, there was a song when we were younger. Batamiadu koko kontimba kawere. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ á máa jalè. That is, if you don't work, you will steal. You were taught that you have to work. Where are the fathers? Where are the fathers? You just keep giving birth and women just keep reproducing for irresponsible men. The way the first child is treated should determine if you will give that man a second child. He's not taking care of the child. He's not there as an example. A woman whose job is not to train the child but to nurture the child will now be doing the job of nurture and training. And you would always tell the difference between a man that was trained by his father and a man that was trained by his mother. There is a difference. There is a difference.
What's the difference?
Oh my God. Have you seen a father scold the son? Have you seen a father running after the child because of... Have you seen a father wrestle a child? Have you been to a remand home before?
No.
There are things a mother cannot do because it is not her job, but you make her do it. From every religion, it is there that the father should train the child. Have you seen a woman leading boys into the forest on how to hunt?
No.
Have you seen women carrying their sons into the forest to teach them how to hunt a wild animal and bring meat home? It is the job of a man. But when you keep reproducing for an irresponsible man, you will have to, and then you will now call me Barrister Olumide. You see, let this one even be a warning. Now, if you want to call me and what you want to call me for is child support, I can't help you. That he's not paying, he's not taking care of his responsibilities, and you gave him 3 children. You will take care of the responsibility. The way he treats the first child. It should not. That first child would be your experiment.
But Barrister, you know that is that one is subject to situations, because people tend to change after a while. It might be that the man did not show that characteristic in first year,
it is impossible.
Second child,
it is
third
impossible.
child.
No, you cannot be having 3 children, and a man who was responsible for 3 children will just wake up one day and be totally irresponsible for 3 children. It is not possible. A man is either responsible or irresponsible. Whether he has money, whether he does not have money, he will be responsible. You will know. You cannot one day. It is not possible. Someone who is responsible, is not money that makes you responsible. Responsibility is character. It is character. It is not money. Story: the man went to sell his a phone in Computer Village, and then called the wife with another phone, saying that, please, if anybody sends you a text message that they've kidnapped me, or this come and pay any money, that don't answer, that somebody just stole his phone. But he was selling the phone, and then the person selling it to him that he sold to was now like, why did you call your wife to lie? She said that he needs the money to pay the children's school fees and also buy food at home. But if she knows that he sold his phone to do that, she would not be happy and she will not eat. So he had to lie to her that this phone was stolen, then pay school fees. That is a father now. He didn't want the wife to work, so because a man would go through a lot.
Sense of responsibility.
The sense of responsibility. Let me tell you something. I've sold wristwatches. I went to sell car spare parts, as I am like that. I went to sell car spare parts because of responsibility. Because law at that time was not, when you graduate as a lawyer and they don't really pay you. You might be, when I started work as a lawyer, I was being paid 1,200. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Fathers, the curse of a nation or the prosperity of a nation is in the loins of the father, in the character of a father. When you see someone who is not a father, flee. Don't go and give birth to that. The boy child, the girl child, whether they will succeed, whether they will fail, whether they will be sexually abused or not, is the presence of a father. When we come back,
we're going on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue on this discussion, and it's still the question and answer session today. So bring your questions, bring your answers too. We are ready for you. Don't go nowhere. We're going on a quick break, and when we come right back, stay with Relationship 360.
Listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Mama, if you see how to screw up that toilet, it clean.
If it look clean, but if you no use Hypo toilet cleaner, germs go still yakpa.
Don't grieve for germs. Protect your toilets every day with Hypo toilet cleaner. Hypo. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Shishi. Have you ever wondered what this means or how it came to be? How did the phrase "I don't even have shishi" come to be? This is the backstory. Before 1973, Nigeria was using the British pounds. Among the available coins then was a silver coin with the face of Queen Elizabeth on one side and cocoa board symbol on the other side. This was the 6-pence coin. But our people in the south and the north, due to the difficulty in pronouncing it properly, adulterated this differently. The southerners called it sissy pence, while the northerners called it shishi pence. It was then shortened to sisi or shishi in different regions. This coin was one of the lowest denominations available at that time. So one will easily say, I don't even have sissy pensy to give you, meaning I am broke. This metamorphosed to, I don't even have shishi. So when next you are using this phrase, you will say it knowing you have the backstory.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening. Only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Grand Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Bro, I'm really tired of being in the friend zone.
Why? It's lovely.
You can't be serious.
100%. Take Shadi, for example. She's strictly a friend. She mentioned my name at Betano, and I got 1,000 Naira free bet.
Friend zone it is then. Now everyone wants to be in the friend zone. Refer a friend at Betano, and both of you will receive a 1,000 Naira free bet. Betano. The game starts now. Bet responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330-0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Lagos, I've got something fun for kids, parents, guardians, uncles, aunties, whoever you are. This is for you. The Kids FM Festival 2.0 is back. back. Get your families ready and let's have some fun with games, music, and so much more. If you missed the first one, don't miss the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos. Time 12 p.m. sharp. Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the vibes. Bring your friends, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, aunts, and uncles, and let's turn up. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle. Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. One more time, register at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Sunday, June 1st at Balmoral Convention Center, 12 p.m. prompt. Kids FM Festival 2.0. Family fun. So come, let's play.
.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
And we're back. We're still on the discussion of the boy child. And Barrister, you had something to say before we went on that break?
Yes. In closing, don't be like Eli in the Bible, who was so busy being a prophet that he forgot how to train his sons. At the end of the day, his sons were slain and he himself died a horrible death. He was so busy being a prophet. Look at what his sons were doing.
Yeah.
Forgot to train them. Don't let religion cover your eyes that you forget on how to raise your children. Now, I will close this by dedicating this song, the song that my father used to sing and play for me all the time. I want to play it for you. Let the children listen to the wordings of this song. Fathers, mothers, remember this time and train your children. Thank you. Thank you very much. This song was released in 1981 by the late Christy Esienigbokwe. She left us. She was just 50 when she left this world, but left an evergreen song to always remind us to train the children. From the religious angle, also to you fathers who overwork yourselves. You go to your work, your job is so important that you are on the laptop, you are on the phone, you are in this conference, you are in that online meeting, and your children are just watching. Your absence will leave room for another person to be father to those children. It is well. We go to questions and answers. Please, those of you that may have a question that you want to ask, you have just 2 minutes to ask your questions. Just give us a call.
Okay.
Whatever.
And the mail line to call is 0201 277 0993. I'll call it again, 0201 277 0993. And the female line to call is 0201 465 7190. I'll repeat it again, 0201 465 7190. And the WhatsApp number to send us a message is 08095975805. I'll repeat it again, 08095975805. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from? Oh. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm calling around the Abulegba. My name is Sunday John.
Okay, go on.
Okay, please, there is a question I want to ask. I have a female friend that is married. Along the line, she complained of a neglect of her husband not taking care of her and children. Yeah, along the line, she had to sell her marriage ring to take care of the children. That the day she sold that marriage ring was the day the marriage ended out of her mind. But they are still cohabiting. Now, what I want to ask now is that marriage still binding? And she has sold her ring and they are still living together. They said they don't do anything together anymore.
Thank you very much. Now, the marriage is not bound by a ring, it's bound by your marriage certificate. So as long as their marriage certificate is still subsisting, they are legally married. Whether she sold a ring or not, they are still cohabiting. They are still seen as husband and wife. Whether she sold the ring does not matter. If she wants to leave, then she has to actually separate from the marriage. That's but as long as you are together, still there, no separation, no legal or traditional refund of bride price. They're still husband. Yes.
I think one thing I would also pitch into advice is I see a concern. Possibly one of the concerns that she might have is because of the financial capacity to go on her own. And I would say this is your time to actually try and see how you can get something doing for yourself so that you can be financially, capable.
No woman
possibly
should be without a means of income. None. How can you depend on a man? Suddenly the man has a stroke. He's unable to provide. What happens?
What about situations whereby the man tells you not to work, to be a stay-at-home wife?
That is even against the law. It is called economic abuse. You cannot tell a person that the government cannot derive tax from them, that they should stop being productive. It is financial abuse, taking over. There was a lady who got married. She had a bureau de change, and this gentleman came into her life who was just struggling, and eventually found his way to be made a director in her bureau de change, and eventually took over the business and told the woman, to stay at home. Let him. Eventually, the woman thought, oh, okay, maybe love. I don't understand. Eventually, the man started using proceeds to start his own bureau de change and his own business. By the time he said he was no longer interested in the marriage, the woman's bureau de change was gone. The man had built 2 houses and started a thriving business. You cannot be without a means of income. So when that man, God forbid, dies, what happens? The children, that means the children will not eat. You start begging. And then the family will now come and say, where's our son's car? Where's our son's property? Where they drive you out. You have no way to defend yourself. You will start begging. And from begging, that is when you now meet someone who gave you 5,000, 10,000. After you call him, you now say, okay, I'll give you. Come and meet me at room 203. Sunshine relaxation spot. You will have to do it eventually when you are angry. How can you say, is it because I want to borrow? You now vex, you leave the place. The man keeps quiet. 2 or 3 days later, when your children have not eaten, you will be the one to call back and say, I'm sorry for the way I spoke to you that day. Can I still meet you at that place? Because you tell yourself, okay, you just close your eyes, 10, 15 minutes is over. And you know, that's how it starts. Every woman must work. Man is not a means of livelihood or sustenance. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to the phone calls. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is David from Ibeshoriade.
Okay, David, go on.
Yes, I have 2 questions. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I have 2 questions for you, sir. Is it, I don't know, I don't understand. Are you teaching people to disobey God? That's number 1 question. Number 2 question is that, is God taking too much?
Excuse me, am I teaching people to disobey God? Please, I was expecting something like that from you, but please go ahead and tell me how I'm teaching you to disobey God.
Okay, when you said people should stop going to church every day.
Did God tell you? Please show me where in the Bible where God told you to go to church every day.
That's what I want to. That's the second question. We'll bring it out.
Okay, go ahead.
The second question is God taking too much when he said, out of the 7 days of the week, go and do whatever you want to do with 6 days and leave 1 day for me to serve me. And that 1 day makes 24 hours. And we don't spend 24 hours on Sunday.
So
within the remaining days of the week.
So you have just said that 6 days man should work, right? Take care of his family, and the 7th day.
You want to do.
And then now listen, God said the 7th day is the Sabbath where God rested. That means man should not do work.
Not be moved to Sunday.
Hold on, sir. Saying that man should not work. The Sabbath day is a day that man should not work. It is not written in the Bible. There was no church in the Old Testament, sir. Do you understand? There was nothing like church in the Old Testament. Church is a New Testament fabrication. So, hold on, sir. Let me answer you. It says, Sabbath day, you should not work. You should rest. So, there is nowhere in the Bible that there is a day that God says, go to church.
No, God demanded that his people should serve him.
Uh-huh.
That
serve him. Is serving God going to church?
From Egypt.
Sorry.
He said Pharaoh should allow them to come and serve him.
Serve him. To serve God,
yes.
It must be in church, Abi. You can only serve God in church.
The church is the Israelite of today.
Which Israel? Israel is in North Africa. Israel is in the Middle East. Which Israel? Are you telling me you are an Israelite?
No. Physical.
Sir, are you an Israelite?
Wait.
Please, I need to answer people that have real questions, sir. Please, I need. All
right, David. David. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We hope he has answered your question.
He's so hung on religion that he's not actually thinking. He's not an Israelite.
Okay, so the thing is this. I think you're trying to. Why I understand to an extent where you're coming from. I think you changing the context, or you're not seeing it from the context with which the statement was said. When he spoke about church and people paying too much attention, remember the key word here is too much attention, and he made reference to Eli. Thank God you're a Christian or you understand the Bible to an extent. Eli was a priest. He had to pay attention to God, church, and all of his duties, priestly duties, but for God to be a father. So he's saying, what Barrister is saying is, don't pay too much attention to the things of God and forget to be a father. Also remember to be a father at home and take care of kids and be a dad to your parents and be a good husband. So it doesn't matter whether you're spending 11 days in church. The thing is, also create time for your family. It's essential that you create time for your family.
Imana, do you even know that God spoke against that indiscipline of Eli's children? God spoke against it, meaning that God expected him to train his children. Well. It is all over scripture.
There is balance in everything.
Train your children.
And they were supposed to take over from Eli.
There is even no day that is in the Bible that you should go to church. The man just shot himself in the foot. If we decide to go to church, I go to churches. I speak in churches. But when you are now saying to disobey God, where did God say you should go to church? The only thing in the Bible is that you do not forsake the gathering of brethren. And that is gathering, not church.
And if we even say, okay, fine, gathering is church, there's Sunday, there's Thursday, one day of the week.
You can gather in my house.
You can gather
under a tree.
Go to church,
you can gather anywhere.
You never even mentioned that.
Let's move on.
Let us not take over.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Everybody. This is Madam Julio. I'm calling from Spotlight Town.
Okay, go on.
Barrister, God will empower you. It's long, quite long I called.
Thank you very much, man. How are you, man?
I called for long. I've been, since my husband demise, that was when I now did break.
Oh, wow.
My husband passed on in 2001. And since then, otherwise, I've been listening to your... I don't know, somebody with these children that God gave to us, you are not training them. What is it? Did God say they should not go to church? You didn't say they shouldn't even go to church. And again, the word said God worked for 6 days and rested for only 1 day. Then why are you working for the whole 7 days, going to church? Barrister, God will empower you.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
He will give you the wisdom, because many of them, these are the abusers. So the moment you hear them talk, you know that they are abusers. So you don't need any interpretation from anyone. And I'm just sorry for the type of wife they marry. How can you tell me? My husband didn't ask me to. In fact, I transferred my service from Bendel, olden days Bendel, to Lagos State. And when I came here, he never asked me how much I am earning, because he knows I was helping him. I was assisting him. I don't know.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you
very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Joyce. Well, we have this question here.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, good morning. He wants to be kept anonymous. Please, what's your take on distance relationship and what distance can qualify a long distance relationship? He said, I've looked online for a possible past program on this topic, but I can't find any.
My Instagram page was deactivated. Some cyber attack was made on my page by some gentleman whose video was there for being a serial child molester. We did a documentary there. He's going to prison soon, so that's why you can't find my Instagram. You can't find it. But let me go straight to your question. I absolutely discourage 1 billion% long distance relationships before marriage. Why? Because it is a relationship based, I call it relationship powered by network. You don't see the person. Some probably, they say they come to town one weekend, spend 1 weekend, that is 2 days with the person, and then when you calculate 2 times 12 in 12 months, that is 24 days in 1 year to see a person. Some are even abroad. A younger brother of mine got married to a woman he met for the first time 5 days to the wedding. They had been online. When he got abroad, she was abroad, that's why they did everything, and he had to go and join the military to get away. You don't really know a person You don't really know them. There are various studies that have been carried out, especially in the German one is what I like. They gave a life expectancy of 4 years to long distance relationships. There is always problems because you don't really know the person. You can be in the same local government and also be in a long distance relationship. Why? Because you don't see the person. You are busy, he's busy, you people see once a while. So I don't encourage it at all.
Anyways, I have another question too. This person wants to be anonymous. He says, a lady I was dating asked me if she slaps me, will I slap her back? I said I would reply her with 3 slaps. I later broke up with her because I don't want to be a wife beater.
You should come and meet us now. You know how many times I was slapped? They slapped me at Sabo bus stop.
A woman?
Yes, now, because I didn't transfer money quickly. And the person she wanted to give had gone. I'm 10 years older than this lady. Gave me a slap right there. So someone is telling you, if I slap you, this one did not ask before they gave me that. You know that slap that you first look around to see if anybody.
But do you think it's right for him to leave the relationship?
Someone that is already telling me if I slap you.
Yes.
Okay, moving. Emmanuel.
Yes, please.
What if I stab you on your right? What will you do? Will you stab me back? Glory to God.
Glory to God.
Then you marry me.
Wow.
Then they will hold me later.
Anyways, okay, good.
All right.
We'll take a few calls very soon. Okay.
Let's take more messages, and then
okay.
we'll take more calls later when we're back from the break.
This one is Sam from Ikorodu. He said, many of our parents are not committed to God, but to their denominations. Their sense of value was tied to their denominations. So they spent their life earning top members' badge and neglecting us, their children.
Jesus.
I have a question here. This man says, my question is, if a woman's contribution is to do only house chores and give birth without even helping you to manage your income, please, if divorce takes place, will that woman claim any entitlement?
I think you're watching American movies that, they split properties and it's different in Nigeria. There can be some compensation but you see, when the house document is in the name of the man, and you really have nothing. What you can, maybe upkeep or child welfare,
support.
Yeah, but except the property is in Mr. and Mrs.
Okay.
Okay, well, Olumide says, I want to ask, what should we do in the case of a man that don't want to take responsibility of 2 children and the woman? What should we do in that case?
I have told you people to stop asking me about he wants to take responsibility. What do you mean by wants to take responsibility? This is the problem why I tell you in Nigeria it's totally different. Abroad, failure of child support can send you to prison. In Nigeria, it's not like that. The man can actually get away with it. He will tell you, I don't have money. There's a man that is paying 20,000 naira per month for 4 children.
Wow.
5,000 per child. He said that's what he can afford.
Well, we're still taking more of your questions here on the Relationship 360 on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Lagos, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this break.
More conversation, more talk. More right after this.
Games, music, dance, and fun for every family.
Join us for the 2nd edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos, 12 p.m. sharp.
Don't miss the fun! Don't miss the fun! Bring your brothers and sisters, your daddy and mommy, even your uncles and aunties to join this exciting moment. Even your friends aren't left out. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle!
Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Proudly brought to you by Kids FM, where every kid's a star.
Hey, Chioma, you don't try, See as my kitchen clean.
Mama.
But you no use hypo.
Hypo kwa?
Yes, germs say para. No gree. Protect your kitchen every day with hypo.
Hypo go hypo.
Ever since Grandpa's swag retired, he's gotten quite active. You might find him making jollof rice for the family, or doing 50 push-ups a day, or busting some moves on TikTok, or going shopping with his favorite grandson. He's also experimenting new things like pairing Ankara trousers with a white shirt and a cool pair of sunglasses.
Oh shit, keep them, Grandpa's wife.
We believe that the fun begins at retirement. That's why Hares Life has designed the Hares Annuity Plan, a pension plan that pays you a monthly income for as long as you live. This way, you can enjoy retirement and experience life all over again. For this and other plans, visit www.haresinsuranceGroup.com. That is HEIRS, or call 0700 434 7754 to get started.
Nigeria's Football Fan Festival is back! It's Goalfest 2025, featuring live performances by Mayokun, DJ YK Mule, Danny S, Laddie Poe, Energy God, D.O. to the TUN, Fabulous, The Hype Man, and DJ Paparazzi. Come watch the UEFA Champions League finals on a super huge screen. Goalfest 2025 will take place on the 31st of May 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 12 noon. Limited tickets available. Get your tickets now at www.goalfestnigeria.com. Goalfest 2025 is powered by Femi and the Gang and Football Republic.
Sponsored by Squadron Dark Rum. Proudly refreshed by Pepsi.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Nigerians come first for the best of talk.
My wife beats me like she beat, I don't know, maybe an animal.
A category of females, adolescents, that should not be giving birth are in fact being forced to give birth. Not even once, but multiple.
This is where Nigerians come first for the best of talk.
My wife beats me like she beat, I don't know, maybe an animal.
A category of females, adolescents, that should not be giving birth are in fact being forced to give birth. Not even once, but multiple times.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and of course, this is Relationship 360 with 1D. My name is Emmanuel Onka, and Barrister Olumide is right here with us in the studio, and we're still taking your calls, your messages, asking one question. Just ask one question, please, because there's so many calls. We have so many calls here with still many messages. Remember the numbers to call: 0201 277 0993, 0201 277 0993. Female only line 0201 465 7190. And of course, you can send us a message on WhatsApp 080 959 75805. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Naomi.
Naomi, where are you calling from?
From Jegule.
All right, Naomi, straight on to your question. What's your question?
You people are doing a great job, oh.
Thank you.
Because his parents are taught him now. They have trained him very well. That's why he has been a blessing to others. Don't mind all those people. They are committed to some service, but they are not committed to God and His word. Most of them. You are doing a great job, oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please, could you turn off your radio, reduce the volume?
Okay.
All right, please speak up so that we can hear you clearly, please.
My name is Taiwo.
Taiwo, do you want to remain anonymous or you want to tell us your name?
He has already told you his name.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
I really appreciate your discussion on the radio. It's really encouraging and giving ways to family how to handle their affairs in their marriage. I mean, it's not something that most of us that is going to confuse our the barrister, because that first career is taking it to beyond another level where we are discussing this morning. But what I really understand is our barrister is telling us to be very careful and know how to manage our marriage, and we should not be a victim of the other side that can come out of this marriage.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comments. Please, Lagos, let's reserve this time for questions, okay?
Yeah.
Please. Thank you for your comments. We appreciate you for your feedback. But please, let's reserve this time for questions. There are people who want to ask questions, and there are people who've been hoping to ask questions here on the show. So please, let's reserve the comments and the remarks. Let's go straight on to the questions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I greet everybody in the studio. Evangelist Ayo.
All right, madam. What's your question?
The question I want to ask is about the church. In the book of Revelation, chapter 1 to chapter 3, there are so many churches there. The church of Philadelphia, the church of Sardis, so many churches there. Ephesus is there, and these are church. That's why I'm asking when they say there's no church. Please, people should read their Bible now. There are so many antichrists that can confuse people and take people's eyes away from
please,
God.
I don't understand what you are talking about.
God bless you.
I don't understand what you are talking about. What are you talking about? Sorry, let me just when you want to call into this program, you call to start talking about Church of Ephesus. There are over 16,000 churches in Lagos State alone. There are more churches than there are schools in Nigeria. So we don't need you to come and be telling us that there is church. That's one of the problems we have. When there are more churches than schools, we are not raising children. We are not educating children. Don't call and be telling me Church of Ephesus. Is this a church?
I think people should not take this the wrong way. Again, don't take this the wrong way. Listen carefully and understand, please. The statement was clear that strike a balance between your church going and taking care of your children, and they were speaking directly to men, fathers especially. Please, let's not. It's not for anybody to be triggered and start, casting aspersions. Please, okay? Thank you.
Let them be triggered.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning. My name is Nathaniel. I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, Nathaniel. What's your question?
Okay. Thank you very much, Barrister Olumide. My question is this: I'm a teacher. And there's this worrying concern I have concerning the male child, the boys, okay, with their performance. And in schools, you see that their performance continue to decline with time. Now, my question is this: how can schools, okay, help to, engage and train these male children? Because you see some parents tell you that, don't train my child. Yours is to teach him. Don't tell him this, don't tell him that. Does it mean that the school don't have a part to play in modeling the lives of these children? Because some parents don't like that. They just want their children to be taught by them alone.
Thank you. At least one good question. Thank you very much. Now, the function of a school is education. The function of the home is training. There is a difference between training and education. But when you get to a higher institution, they tell you that it is not only for education, it's also for social integration, where your character, everything is called into play, because in the higher institutions, you will leave home. Unfortunately, psychology tells you that the home is the primary programming of any child is at home. So the question and the problem is that the school cannot take the responsibility of a home. The home is the primary, where you get your basic programming. The CPU, where you get your basic programming. And this is a shame, because when teachers identify that this girl has no home training, and they try to move in, you have these millennial parents coming to also petition that teacher. I told you of a teacher who told a boy to tuck in, and the parents came to school to demand that teacher be sacked. The teacher did not touch, the teacher did not flog, just told the boy to stand up and tuck in. And then a school will now consider that because they don't want to lose parents. So the issue here for me is it is a very frustrating thing when you see you try to correct, but you are limited. You are limited. In fact, there was a teacher, one of the cases we did in Ojo, it was a teacher that called that he suspects that his child in his class is being sexually molested at home. All these things come from home, and we took it up, and it was true. In fact, the father tried to run with the child. It's very frustrating, sir, but there is no way a teacher will take up, especially in secondary schools. It is very, in the university at least, at times, some lecturers take some people under their wings, but in the secondary school where it's very difficult.
Okay, we're taking more calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Barrister, a question, but I want to remain anonymous.
Okay, go on.
Please, what do you say when you are living with a man that lost his job and you, the wife, are struggling to put food on the table, and also helping you to get a job? But this overrides that. At the end of the process, we gave him 100,000 to pay for the Uber. Because that's what they require. You have to pay 100,000.
Your phone isn't. We are barely hearing well.
Okay, sir. I'm at work, so let me go out where I am now.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So you gave him 100,000 to pay. All of a sudden, he didn't pay the money, and he used the money for himself. What do you advise the person to do? Because I'm pained. Since that day, I have been so much pained. Because I can't believe the way he's acting. Even the way he's acting, I don't understand it. He made everything finish in the house and was using my money to help him to get this work so that he can be able to help us in the house. I'm the one carrying all the wood since last year, November, sir. And yesterday I just tried him. I said, our gas has finished, our electric cooker is not working properly. Can you give us money, 2,400 to buy kerosene? He said he doesn't have money. He has something he wants to do with the money that I gave to him that he did not pay for the Uber. Barrister, I'm pained. I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
So what you should do when you have done that is not to repeat the same mistake of giving him your money, whether he is in trouble or not. So just try your best. Feed your children. When he comes back, let the pot, when you have already washed the pot, there's no food. When he doesn't eat, you can't keep feeding your problem. It was one of the issues that Obasanjo Awolowo said during Biafra War that turned the tide. However wrong it may have been, you can't keep feeding your problem. Your problem is growing bigger and you are growing leaner. Feed your children and let that be. That is all. Just feed your children. Now, please just don't get pregnant for another child. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay. I think she ended the call.
Yes, let's take more questions.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Godwin.
Okay, go on.
Calling from Ibadan.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, for me telling you people that I'm calling you from Ibadan means I was working in my very location where my family is now. And later on, situation warrants me to come to Ibadan. Now that I'm in Ibadan, do you say I'm so far away from them and cannot be able to take care? Or because I do call them, send money, and then go once a while and then come back to Ibadan. And since you are saying walk distance is like a hiccup to taking care of family, how do you say to this?
Okay,
is it wrong or right?
Let me understand. You are with your family. Oh God, you didn't have to cut. Now, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about long distance relationship is before marriage. After marriage, something could take somebody they could transfer somebody, but you have already known yourselves before marriage. So after marriage, somebody could go for a course for 1.5 years, so that doesn't. But whether you are now after marriage, work has taken you somewhere. You can, yes, you shuttle and you be responsible, talking to them. Whenever they are in need, you are there, and when you have the chance, you come spend time. That's it. It's before marriage.
Balance, yeah.
It's before marriage that I'm saying that long distance relationship will not.
Yes, so that you can get to know the person you're getting married to.
You get married to the person.
All right, more questions here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Barrister.
Hey, attention, man.
Good morning. This is Joy.
Good morning, Madam Joy.
Long time, oh.
Yes, oh. Amen.
God is your friend. I is my sister.
Hey, we are all good. Thank you. How's the family?
Busy. We are fine.
Awesome.
I beg you. You not even finish the answer. You not say God kill a lie. Because of that, he not to take care of his children. He say all of them will die the same day. They bring news to him that the two sons will die in that battle. And he said,
Madam Joy.
And the head break. Let me tell my brother, my brother, I don't say when we talk. Then again, when we are at church, when COVID-19, we are there. When we are at church, they lock everybody out. Please serve God wherever you are. Serve Him.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Joy. Thank you very much. Remember, we're sticking to questions, okay? Please, we're sticking to questions.
Really well, I've missed
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bravi. This is Moses calling from Lekking.
Okay.
Okay, Moses, let's go.
First, we are sticking to question, but we need to clarify something because you don't help people. You see, first, Barrister, there's nothing like church, Old Testament, New Testament. Go and read your Bible, original Bible very well. The first church is Roman Catholic. Everybody should know that. Hello?
There's
nothing like church in the original Bible. Revelation, from Genesis to Revelation, there's not like church.
To the church in Philippi.
Roman Catholic is the first church. Go and read your Bible.
Okay, thank you so much, Moses. Thank you so much.
For the first time, I disagree with Oga Moses.
All right,
let's move on.
Since we want to
it's not
make
a church program.
Since we want to take the phone lines over, I will move to WhatsApp now. At least I decide how I read your messages here, and I will take the questions. People who send me questions. Since you people want to monopolize the phone lines for me today, this message here says I have separated with my wife, but I am separated with my wife, but my two kids are with her. I only paid their school fees and send upkeep, but I don't go to see them. Please, how do I raise my son in this instance?
You don't go to see them is a statement of fact. As in, what do you You didn't even say, I try to go and see them. You say you don't go. How is it possible to raise children in absentia? How do you Bluetooth instructions? Do you Bluetooth training a child? Or is it by network? No. You go and see, the fact that you are divorced or separated does not mean that you don't get to see your children. If there is a bitter spouse who is not allowing either to see the other to see their children, you go to court. I did it. I wasn't married though. I was a single father. I went to court as a man and I won custody of my son. You have rights for weekends. That's, you take the child on Fridays, you return on Sunday. You have rights to half of the holidays. If their holiday is 3 weeks, 1.5 weeks with you, 1.5 weeks, that is your right, except you are an abusive spouse or where you are is not proper to raise a child, or there is a problem. Those are your rights. The law has settled that one. So you go to court. Remember be telling me they are not allowing me to see, where, how? This has been settled. It is a matter of law.
And he did say yes, separated. He didn't say divorce.
I don't go to see the... Oh, you see, somebody sent me a message that I'm shouting.
Anyways, we have this message, and I think this person wants to remain anonymous. She said, my marriage is less than 4 years, and my husband has said he's no longer interested. He stopped sleeping at the house for a while, but the day he came back, he came to beat me while I gave up and moved out. My question is, he claims he has no... I don't understand what you're trying to say, but I think she's trying to...
She says that, but the day he came back to beat me up was when I finally gave up and moved out. My question is,
he claims he has no lawyer for illegal separation. How can I proceed?
What do you mean illegal separation? They call it judicial separation, but you don't... Did you need a lawyer to move in? Did you need a lawyer to marry? If you want to separate, you don't need a lawyer to separate. Separation means you no longer live together and you no longer have sex. You can't be, as long as you are still copulating, that is, you are sleeping with each other, you are not separated, though you might be living in different places. So the day you leave the house, the law says 2 years separation. That is for legal marriage, that's for court marriage. The way to go about a divorce is first to separate. So why are you telling me that you need a lawyer to do legal separation? Separation is move out of the house, no more sex. And then how many times does a spouse has to tell you, Abi, is that English correct? Is it have or has? Has to tell you. How many times does he have to tell? You understand what I'm saying? Just suddenly, my brain just shifted a little. How is it possible that someone keeps telling you they are not interested and you keep staying and hoping? How many times until he came to beat you? You only need, I tell people that you only need to hear it once. I'm no longer interested. You even appreciate the person, but no, you are taught to die there until they beat you and they maim you, a lady.
So it's first separation for 2 years.
Yes. Then you get a lawyer to file for divorce. Okay. That is if it is court marriage.
So even if he does not have a lawyer, there's no problem.
That's not your problem now. Anybody can initiate. Some will say, you I'm waiting for your letter. Anybody can initiate a divorce, wife or husband. There is no, it must come from husband or it must come from wife. Right. Anybody.
Okay. We have a message here. It says, good morning, Barrister, and well done for your good work. Please, what about those of us that are baby mamas but are responsible for almost everything as regards the child, but not physically present? Although every end of year I travel to go spend time with my child because I work in a different state.
Who is with the child?
She didn't state, but I'm guessing possibly family members. The child is a family. And she says she travel every end of the year to go spend time with the child because she works in a different state, and she says she feels it is not enough. What more can she do?
Of course, you can take your child. See, it depends on the father. Thank God, it depends on the father. This year, I told you I was a single father before I got married. So there was a lot of contention between me and the mother of my son. So this year, when an issue arose, she just said it. Well, the boy is better off with the father. She just said it because the father, what this father is doing, I cannot do. So there are times you know that you have a good father, so you can afford to do some. But where you see that this, I don't know. I don't know how to leave children. I don't know. It's you that know. If I am going to the desert, I will take my child with me. If I'm going to the desert, I just know that, okay, I have to protect, I will take the child. The only place I will not take my child is prison, as in, God forbid, maybe I went to slap someone now, and something say, okay, you are going to spend 1 week in prison for slapping the person. I won't say, okay, my son must come with me to a hand. That's the only place. But my children, anywhere I go, they go.
Well, Joy from Benin City says, good morning, sir. I think the legislature should make laws that compel men to pay child support. Single moms are going through a lot.
So, the problem here is we don't have records. A man can come who is earning 300 million per month and say that he's earning 330,000 per month, and you use 10,000 for transportation. He will use it he will eat that all he can afford is 5,000. So you see people who can actually afford to train their children, and the court has no way to verify. You say, he took a loan, no, they are still deducting this. So they go through ridiculous, and some will not just show up. Some, the court will order, you must pay 150 every month. He will pay the first month, second month, third month, he will pay 30. He will say 60. He will just spoil everything. But to go to court again, you now go to court, you have to pay a lawyer to initiate another. The money you were using would have raised the child.
Yes.
So it is very frustrating. But abroad, the moment he fails, you can just file that he knows he's going to prison. He is going to prison, but not like some. I agree with you.
Well,
we have this question here. The man says, my wife is listening. Please, no name. I am sending this message from Ikorodu. He says, my wife is a nice woman. I am asking this question for future and safety purpose.
Safety.
Is it wise for a new couple, I mean the man, to include his wife's name on a property he just bought?
So this is a very good question. Last week was the purple curtain, and a woman spoke about her property, which she bought, but included the husband, gave the husband the money. Some are, you say you are a submissive wife, you need to not submit your brain too. So at the end of the day, the man drove her out of the property that she paid for because he put his name on the property. You understand? And she didn't really think it was something. How many seconds?
Just about 20 seconds.
So, sir, there are two ways. Because you have just started, you don't really know how it will end. Put your name. Then, if afterwards you see that this is a good woman that is ahead, then you can do a will to put her as your next of kin, transfer to her in case of That's
all
what
right.
I would say.
Lagos will be back, and then we'll continue here.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, Chioma, you don't try, see as my kitchen clean.
Mama.
But you no use hypo.
Hypo kwa?
Yes, so germs say para. No gree. Protect your kitchen every day with hypo.
Hypo. For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns, and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang. The 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Shishi. Have you ever wondered what this means or how it came to be? How did the phrase "I don't even have shishi" come to be? This is the backstory. Before 1973, Nigeria was using the British pounds. Among the available coins then was a silver coin with the face of Queen Elizabeth on one side and cocoa board symbol on the other side. This was the 6-pence coin. But our people in the south and the north, due to the difficulty in pronouncing it properly, adulterated this differently. The southerners called it sissy pence, while the northerners called it shishi pence. It was then shortened to sisi or shishi in different regions. This coin was one of the lowest denominations available at that time. So one will easily say, "I don't even have sisi pence to give you," meaning I am broke. This metamorphosed to "I don't even have shishi." So when next you are using this phrase, you will say it knowing you have the backstory. Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening. Only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
Lagos, I don't know what your thoughts are, but this football season has been one of the most unpredictable that we've witnessed. There's more where that came from, and all you have to do is make sure you get to see the rest of the action unfold live on Super Sport. First off, we have the chaos on the EPL table. We've got 5 teams battling for 3 remaining UCL spots and is striking until the very last day. Remember, Man City is still in the fight too, so you do not want to miss the EPL top 5 race when it reaches the climax on Sunday, May 25th. All matches at 4 p.m. We've got Fulham versus Man City, Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, Man United versus Aston Villa, and Newcastle versus Everton. Here's the best part. May 25 is Africa Day, so to celebrate with its customers, DSTV is making the English Premier League available to all subscribers on the last day, no matter your package. The European League final this season is like the Battle of the Bastards. Tottenham and Man United, both having their worst season in forever, are clashing in the European final.
final. Watch Tottenham versus Man United in the Europa League final on Wednesday, May 21st, live on SuperSport. Available to all DSTV customers from Yanga and above. We go on to bigger things, and club football doesn't get any bigger than the UEFA Champions League. And here's even bigger news. It will be available from DSTV Compact, so do not miss the UEFA Champions League final between PSG and Inter Milan on Friday, 31st of May at 8 p.m. live on SuperSport and available from DSTV Compact subscribers. As your favorite teams race to the final days of all major football tournaments and try and rise to victory, there is no reason for you, my dear, to be left out of the action. Reconnect your DSTV now and stay watching the top teams in the top leagues as they fight for supremacy. Dial *288# or download the My DSTV app to get and stay connected to DSTV everywhere you go. Or remember, *288# or just download the My DSTV app to stay connected everywhere. This gist was brought to you by DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Okay, we're back and it's still Relationship 360. We're taking your questions, your answers, your comments, your suggestions, and bring the heat, honestly. So, Barrister, before we went on a break, there's this particular question I would like to read out to you. She is Tosi Oyodele from Manchester. She says the problem, as Barrister has pinpointed, is that there is too much focus on the girl child, and many marriages believe the lady should hold the house together in all areas. I have a son and 2 daughters. For most times, if my 10-year-old son comes to me, I tell him to go and meet his father. This is so he can learn from him. I also, although I guide him in other things, washing plates in the morning before going to school, dusting the furniture on Saturday. After all, no be only me Bonam. That's what she says.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, we're still taking your questions here on this question here is from Ted. He say, how does a separated couple prove they've been separated for 2 years?
Come again.
How does a separated couple prove they've been separated for 2 years? You know,
how do you prove you when you move out?
Especially
move out.
possibly
if he wants to disprove, it is the person who wants to contend. The person who alleges must prove. If I say I have left this person for 2 years, and the person wants to dispute it, then the person has to prove that I have not left him for 2 years. So it is up to that person. No, you don't need to actually prove in court. It is for the other person to disagree, and if he disagrees, the person must show how you were in a house that you had left for 2 years. So it's not something that really causes a lot of arguments in
in the law court.
Yeah.
All right, it shouldn't stop you. That's what he's saying. This is anonymous. He's saying, Barrister, what do you do when your wife keeps threatening to leave at every little misunderstanding? Do you need to end it?
I will help her leave. The day she says that, first time we settled it, I will tell you, please stop saying that. Stop. I mean, I didn't beat. But what kind of misunderstanding? Or is it a violent misunderstanding? If it's just probably an argument, it's not an abuse. But if you keep telling me you will leave, I will just help you leave. I will help you pack your bag and insist you must leave. Because the moment you start telling me that, my mind is already
defensive.
Yes, is already preparing itself to live without you.
Okay. This message here is from this question is from John. He says, I have a wonderful family. We have one boy who is 8 years now. I traveled for work outside the state last October. I make sure I call every day. But your topic today is making me feel like I'm not doing enough. What should I do?
See, that is the feeling I want you to have. Not that, I am, they say if a man thinks he stands, let him take heed lest he falls. That take heed is what you are doing. Take heed. Make sure, self-check that, is there something? Don't take anything for granted in either children, male or female. Don't take anything for granted. Talk to them. Make sure they are able to talk to you. Tell you what it is. Train them. Sex education, especially when they are young, so that they are prepared in life for the possibility of sexual harassment. They are already trained for that. Teach them about how to work and earn an honest living, how not to run before their time. Oh, my friend just bought a Benz. Children start because we start that thing. Oh, your cousin just got a good job. You already are teaching children to compare themselves. Your Kiniko is already married. You are not married. Then after some time, they start comparing wealth, which would lead someone to go and do something in order to be able to stand or become like the other. So just don't compare anybody. Move.
This one looks more. It's not a question. It's more like a cry for help. He says, "My name is Emeka Chima from Odonla, and how will I start a divorce process? My wife is about to kill me. My life is in danger."
You first separate now. You don't just start a divorce like a divorce is 1 week. You separate first. Life is more important. Separate first. If it is legal marriage you did, that is court marriage, you separate. For maybe 2 years, maybe you start your proceeding when it's 1 year, 8 months. That's it. If it is traditional, you refund bride price. You are not picking calls again, no.
Except people understand what we mean by questions only.
Them.
Questions only. So we're going to the phone lines right now. But remember, questions only. We don't want comments. We want straight up questions, please. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes. Yeah, this is Ted. I sent the message about separation earlier.
Okay, Ted, go ahead.
Yes, so I'm just trying to get clear understanding. With no intent to circumvent law, does it then mean that technically, if two couples are so done with a marriage, if a couple rather are done with the marriage, they can both go to court, even though they've been separated for 1 month, as long as they agree that they are separated for 2 years. There's not a problem. They are free to go. They're free to proceed.
No, you see, first, just leave that for your lawyer. First, be separated. If you are separated for more than 2 years, it makes your divorce even faster. Someone came to me, they've been separated for 5 years, another one 7 years. That makes it very quick, because with that way, the court already has seen that for people to have stayed apart for 7 years, it's very quick.
Yes. So my concern is that I'm speaking because I know two female friends of mine who are in a situation where both of them are that they've told themselves, I don't want. They are just enemies in the house. And because they have to wait for 2 years. I'm even worried that...
Wait. They are living in the same house?
That is, they had this joint accounting thing. So they
your line is breaking.
Your network is breaking.
Hello, hear me?
See, they cannot live in the same house, because as long as you are in the same house, you say that one is sleeping in wing A, the other is sleeping in wing B under the same roof. It is still assumed that as long as a man and woman are coming out of the same house, that they are still sexually intimate.
Okay, so
separate, sir. Let us move to. We have to quickly move, sir. Let them separate. There is no leave this. You can't be.
It means one person have to move out of the house,
because somebody that is mischievous can just say, you that we still slept together. Just to frustrate you.
Yeah, so the understand. Sorry, quickly before I go, the understanding is these two of them, they've agreed they don't want it. If they both go to court tomorrow and say, yes, we'll be separated for 2 years, is anybody going to kill them?
Well, none of them object.
That's all.
But, Ogbeni,
let
them separate and move out. Don't be saying sleeping in the same room. Both of us are agreeing to disagree.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, straight to your
My
question.
name is Godwin.
All right. Sorry about that. You have to call us back. Numbers to call.
Okay.
0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993. Female only line 0201-465-7190. Remember, straight to your questions when you call. Hello. Go ahead.
Okay, this is a question, and she says, I remember back in 2020, when I was teaching in a government school under a program, there were quite a number of girls who were brought in from their village to live with an auntie, as they call them in Lagos. These aunties abused these girls, and some of them were even raped over and over by their husbands and cannot speak out of fear. I remember we once contributed money to send a girl back to the village. And my question is there a way this child trafficking and those involved can be brought to book?
Of course, now. You go to the police station you go to the police station and report it. It's a crime. Defilement, that is raping an underage child, is a crime. Life imprisonment it's a felony. It's a capital offense. Rape and defilement, that is the rape of a child, they are capital crimes.
Okay. We have this message here. It says, "Good morning. I'm considering marrying a single mother of one daughter. She's no longer with the biological father, and when I asked her who will take care of the child, she said the guy washed his hands off because she refused to hand over the child to him. She's clear that she has moved into she's clear that she would move into any future marriage with her daughter, and the child will bear her husband's surname and not the ex-husband. My question is it okay to marry her alongside with the daughter? Please balance it traditionally, morally, and legally."
If you want to marry me, you take me and my baggage. I was a single father. You marry me without my... It will not happen. I married also a single mother. My wife had 3 children from her previous marriage. I had 1. I wasn't married though. So together we had 4. And you're not telling me that, okay, she should go and drop. In fact, when we wanted to marry, my wife thought it would be a problem. So she had gone to rent a place for the 3 children. She was, when I heard, I said, "Who are you?" So you are telling me that we will be together, your children will be in another place, and my own child will come here. And if my own child is coming, your own children would also come. She was like, "Am I going to be okay?" Because the children are quite grown. I said, "Let us start first." Today, you will not know that I'm not their biological you can never know. You can never know. Why would you marry someone and then not take the baggage? Leave her alone if you cannot take it. If you cannot take it, leave her alone. How would you? And for women or men that will marry and then go and keep their children somewhere, that is a shame. Are you ashamed of the child? Then you now start another family. You start having children. Meanwhile, you neglect the other one.
Okay.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I have no regard or respect for that. Is the child not your child?
I think he's coming from a place of question. He's inquisitive. And if I see the way he crafted his message, I think he's more sensitive to the traditional side of things. And that's why he's asking that question. But this person who had sent the message from Ikorodu asking about the property and his wife's name of the property or not, especially for a new couple, he's saying you didn't really go deep into the question.
What deep is that? Put your name on it now. Put your name on it. Put your name on it. Because, you don't know what the future is yet.
Well, this person wants to remain anonymous. I'm in a relationship which there is no sex. I have been sexually active in my previous relationship, but this one we only make out. I'm scared that there would be no matching energy in that aspect, as she seems she seems inexperienced. She said,
"Is that a marriage?"
No, they're in a relationship. And she's let me finish. He says we have talked about it, but she's still adamant about testing the waters. What would you advise me I do? Because he said he wants to take this relationship further. Like he wants to marry her.
The way to take the relationship further is by sexual intercourse. I believe that should be the last thing before marriage. Why? Because a lot of people hide medical conditions under religion. For example, we have seen where a woman, I told you now, there's one of my aburos that married a busty woman he likes. No sex before marriage. When they got married, first night, he saw that it was Wonder Bra. That means it was the bra that gave the
impression.
The impression. She was very minute there. And that is what he likes. So right from it took them 2 months to have sex because that put him off. So it took counseling. The woman said, now, is it breast that you want to eat? He said, how will you be wearing? So a lot of things that you discover after, for example, there was another one that had a deformity. He had 3 nipples instead of 2. So seeing it for the first time after marriage, you see, there are lots of things that I think you need to. There was another that it was stretch marks that caused the problem. She didn't have on her hands, but on the breast, on the chest, on the tummy, there were lots of stretch marks, and the guy could not just. So they said, okay, why don't you try switching off the light? He said he married her. Why would he be switching off the light to sleep? So it became a problem. After, say, about 5-6 months, they had to separate.
But maybe some persons would think these things are trivial.
Yes. You see, some men love stretch marks, but some don't. Mm-hmm. Some men love big endowments, but some like petite. But the issue is you don't even know what, with all these padded, let me just round up now. Just be sure that you are sexually compatible.
Yeah.
That is, you feel the same way. Because someone just sent me a message now that he's not had sex with his wife for 5 years. That is it still? And you let more. Please, I need to round up now because time is fast spent. You see this question and answer. You are looking at me like we should have a third part 3.
Bill, we should.
Come for the purple curtain every 3rd Saturday of the month. Every 3rd Saturday at number 14 Ogunlano Drive, Surulere. I am there live to answer your question in person for 3 hours from 12 noon to 3. That's questions and answers will not take over the show all through the month. I want to appreciate everybody for always tuning in to listen. Yes, I have exceptions to one caller, Mr. David from Ibeshuriade. I think I'm going to have to make you a notorious caller and not respond to you because your views ever since have been, there's someone that I have exed, that I have gone, I don't respond to their calls. You would know the woman. I think I would do the same to Mr. David because all you ask are very mischievous, religious content, and I really feel bad for people that you would have to counsel because you sound like the other time maybe you introduced yourself as someone who has a religious position in church, and I feel very sad. I think from now I will not answer any question or even respond to your calls. The RMDVA training continues today from 12 to 3. Those that are in the training program with me, relationship, marriages, domestic violence and abuse, the training will continue today. For those that want to reach out to me, you can do so on 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. Go back to your children. Everybody, go back to your sons, go back to your daughters. I want to invite specially members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God to our Jeremy Feloju Magistrate Court 8 on the 28th of May. That is this next week, Wednesday, which happens to be my birthday, from 9 to 10 a.m. I want you to see your church growth pastor of Province 93 being tried for assault and battery on a 41-year-old mother and her own mother. That is, he beat up the 70-year-old woman and her daughter, who is 41 years, being his tenant. He beat her up because he called, landlord calling tenant to come and sweep the front of her, and she was in the rain. She didn't answer. He came downstairs to beat him up. Now, the reason I'm making this very public is because this has been his mode of operations, assaulting his tenants for years. And this came to when he and his family, his wife and sons, beat up this. You saw, thank God he admitted it in his own police statement. Now he's trying to change. but he will be tried in court, because I don't want you people to be putting irresponsible and malicious people without character to be pastors, deceiving people in church. A lot of them sneak through your processes, the way you people appoint. You know, when the DPO was appealing to me, I said, okay, I will leave this matter only if you can go to that man's street and get me one person that will vouch for his good character to say that he is good, he's kind. One person, DPO, just get one person. The police went there, not one person on the entire street. All of them kept saying this, that man. In fact, a woman has called me to sponsor the court case against that man. And he is a church growth pastor. If the man retains that title after this court case, I will know that the church process is a joke. He beat this woman Sunday evening, woke up 4 a.m. the following morning to go to her flat again, to beat her up and drag her out in her wrapper. She was wearing nothing under. He dragged her to the street in Ajegule at 4 a.m. A woman just clad in a wrapper, short wrapper. And that is how he does. This is one. Just a year or two ago, another tenant's wife. And he has been doing this, or he's known all through that side. When we went there, and someone with such a notorious reputation in an entire street, in the entire area, and I hear that is a church. Please come and watch him defend himself. Come and watch him on the 28th of May in Ajeromoyi Interlude Magistrate Court 8. People should stop making sycophants pastors. What else? Yes, my phone number is 0909-3214-942. Uncle Jimmy. I had to drag on to Uncle Jimmy. Please say something to our fathers and before we go now. Our fathers, our sons. Please train your children.
You want me to repeat what I said?
Yes, I want you to repeat what you said.
But okay, so jokes apart, and this is your program. Sorry.
Uncle Jimmy, this mic.
Okay, yeah, this is your program coming in, and in all honesty, thank God I've raised my son, but I want to admit that I raised him without the consciousness of all the things that you said. So I think it's a lesson for us men, and I'm glad that there's an emphasis on the boy child. The emphasis has always been on the girl child. When you have children, I had both male and female, you concentrate on the female. You keep concentrating on them, sometimes to the neglect of the male. Not for anything, it's just that you tend to be more protective about the female than the male. But sometime during the month, we'll bring the issue up on one of our own programs, and we'll be able to expand it much better.
Thank you very much, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
I had to drag him into, at least he did it to me too.
Wow. Yeah. So 1-1.
He's now a 1-1 goalless draw.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Abby, next week.
Yes. Someone is asking if the purple curtain can be aired on social media for those abroad.
I think it is actually streamed live, but I will find out. I will find out.
Okay.
A lot of people don't want their faces to show on because they're very. You need to come to the purple curtain and see what things you will hear and the issues. People should come learn, especially those in marriages and relationships. And it's not just for married people; it's also for single people. Every third Saturday, 12 noon to 3 at number 14 Ogunlano Drive, Surulere. Thank you. God bless.
All right. Thank you, Lagos. We're still here. Up next is the Discuss with Jimmy Disu. Stay here, Lagos.
More talk, news. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.